Hello everyone and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton and today we're at Staff Sergeant Christopher Piper Field on the campus of Marblehead High School as the Magicians Boys Soccer team takes on the Masconomet Chieftains. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV, and stay tuned to the end of the game for the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game announcement. The Magicians will certainly have their hands full with the Chieftains here this evening. The Chieftains come into the game 12-1-3. They were undefeated up until their most recent game against St. John's Prep. The Chieftains are ranked number 3 in Division 2. St. John's Prep is ranked number 3 in Division 1, so that just proves how good the Chieftains are. The Magicians come into the game with a 4-8-3 record, losers of their last 2 games. They've only won 2 games in their past 6, so they have their biggest test here today, but they played the Chieftains hard in the game that they played against them at Masco on the 27th of September. It was just a 1-0 win for the Chieftains. Maybe the Magicians can get on the board here tonight and put some pressure on the Chieftains, who are out there ready to go. A little bit of a delay for the Magicians as it is senior night here. 4 captains prior to the game honored: Leo Rapone, Jack Burke, Riley Schmidt, and Odin Colwell. Leo Rapone is a Italian transfer student doing his senior year at Marblehead. For Masco, they ran through the seniors. We will not, because there are 12 of them. Here come the Magicians out onto the field, led by their keeper, a junior captain, Rory Zampese. Rory, a conference all-star last season. It's been a struggle for the team as an entirety this year with that 4-8-3 record. Not the season that Rory and the rest of the captains expected. The rest of the captains are the other 3 seniors, or are 3 of the 4 seniors besides Rapone, who they didn't know was going to be a part of the team until school started this year. So Burke, Schmidt, and Burke and Schmidt are 2 of the other captains. Colwell is not named captain prior to the season, just one of the senior leaders on the team. We are finally underway here this evening, and Jack Burke makes a nice play on the ball defensively to get started, but he will be one of the main men on offense for the Magicians. He's the team leader in assists. He has 6 assists to go along with a trio of goals this season. He is second on the team in that category behind Kyle Hart, a team leader in goals scored. 18 goals scored this season for the Magicians through 15 games. Offense has been tough to come by, but they have always been a defensive-minded team. We may be in for a defensive battle here tonight, like the game up in Masco was. The 1-0 result. Stephen Shepard took it away for a moment, then had it taken back by Masco. That pass will reach the sideline. Masco wants a tip. They're not going to get it from the official as he points Marblehead's direction. Magicians are moving left to right against goalie Marco Russo. Here's Burke, looking for London McDonald. Touch pass back to Shepard. He's going to send one forward into the box. Out to play it is Russo. Right in front of him, Kyle Hart. A big kick from Russo. And a header by Murtag. Chip pass towards the corner from the 25. Chase down there. Those two players not on the same page. A lot of physical play there between Miller and Jack Fiedler. Fiedler, even in warm-ups, number 8 for the Masco, was going super hard. Showing off some speed and strength there. Some physicality as well. He's a junior, but he is also a captain. The other captains for Coach Jared Scarpacci's team are Jack Wexler and Evan Haggerty. The Magicians' head coach is Elmer Magana. Elmer and Jared know each other off the field, are good friends. They always appreciate this battle between their two programs. This is played back to Matt Sheehan. He kicks it beyond the defense, headed down by Adam Laughlin, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll be a Masco throw-in. Fiedler gets tripped up, goes down hard. They're going to play through it. Just a throw in. Block by Burke. Fiedler lays a little hit into Burke, and they go back at it again. My mistake, that is actually Ara Scarpacci 9, not 8. Thought I was seeing 8 on the jersey. Coach's son, Ara Scarpacci, getting into it with Jack Burke, the two seniors. And that is head coach Jared Scarpacci yelling out to his son to get back, leave Shepard some space. That ball bounces over the head of the defense and will be played by Russo. Mertag might have got away with a push in the back, but the Magicians play the ball on the sideline, up into the air, into the defense. Right there was Hart. After Magana told him to wake up on the last possession, Hart showing some speed and some pickup, trying to get after that one. Back the other way, Wexler with it. Leaves for Downs, now a crosser to the middle, turned back by Laughlin. Masco picks it back up. Shepard makes a nice play on a Yamga. That might have enough backspin to stay in. It does for Scarpacci. He battles Colin White. Jared Halpern steps in, sends it towards midfield to about the 40. Hart and Francoisa, probably. They meet on the sideline there. It'll be a throw-in for Sheehan. It was off of Marblehead last. Crosser looking far post. Almost makes it all the way to the corner. McDonald picks it up in transition. Being trailed by Fiedler. Now pushes it a bit too far ahead of himself. But he earns a throw in, gets it in quick. Goes to Halpern, back to McDonald in the corner, and he's able to get there. Nope, a whistle comes. And the referee says it was out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick for Masco. Good effort by McDonald, though, in the deep corner. Good effort the whole play by London, trying to make something happen, picking the ball up at about the 30 and working his way downfield. There's a header for him, up over the back of Iyamga. Nice job not fouling. Again, Scarpacci goes down hard to the turf. They'll flip the field. A lot more space over there to work with. With Hart closing in. Kick it upfield. It ends up right back on him. Scarpacci defended by White. White tries a slide tackle. Goes out of bounds. It'll be our first corner kick. It'll be Jack Wexler to take it. Line drive ball with a lot of speed. Zampese makes the save. It squirts back out, and it'll be a goal kick. Fiedler couldn't reload it. Lucky for Zampese because he was on the turf, but he was able to make the first save. A lot of bodies bunched up out there in front of him. It gets to the back line quickly. Nice play by the center back, Schmidt. Shepard a little bit stronger on that 50-50 ball. Flip forward by the defense. Good attempt at a trap on the sideline. And then Burke loses it on the throw-in, frustrated with himself. Hayden Collar with the throw, and he triggers it quickly. Schmidt paused for the handball. He knew he committed, but we play through it. Referees didn't see it. Burke shoots. Russo will pick up the ground ball. Wouldn't that have been something if the Magicians turned the missed call into a goal? Masco would have been furious with that. And a lot of contact. Well, that one was in the air. Looked like Fanton was holding Murtagh down. Referees seem like they're going to let a lot of physical play happen here tonight. Burke avoids the trip. Short little pass off his foot. This one will get to Russo before Hart can get to the ball. Scarpacci. Short pass. Wexler. Schmidt takes it away in the corner. Finds its way on the far sideline. Back with Masco. Played towards the corner. And now on the end line, and it'll go out of bounds. Goal kick for the Magicians. Oliver Murtagh with the nice defensive play. Was not going to allow that Masco player to get to the ball. It's our final regular season broadcast of boys soccer for MHS this fall. We had 3 straight home games because we had some cancellations due to weather and sickness earlier in the season. We just covered their 4-0 win over Danvers and then their 3-1 loss against Gloucester. That was another very physical game. The Magicians scored first in that one, then gave up 3 straight goals to the Fishermen. It's going to be Marblehead ball. The last time these two teams met, the Magicians were on a stretch of 4 straight games on the road. It was game 3 of 4. They had played Saugus and Andover prior to that. And it was a tough 2-game stretch between Masco and then Concord Carlisle, which ended up being the team's worst loss of the season, 8-0. There's a chance for the Magicians with Burke sending it middle. It's flipped wide of the near post, played there by Masco. McDonald had a couple chances at it while it was in the air. Couldn't get anything clean. Russo able to make a good catch on the pop-up. Scarpacci runs into Schmidt. And that was all that saved him from having a breakaway. McDonald fouls Ayamga hard from behind. His momentum drove him into the back of the Masco senior. Free kick here for Fiedler. Francoisa leaves the area. It'll be Fiedler. Right through the middle. Or so it looked like. Had a lot of spin on it. And steamed a goal kick. Nothing comes of that for Masco. First opportunity on a free kick. Murtagh flips it middle. Ayamga heads it down. Masco could run with this, looking for the corner. Zampese thought about coming out, allows his defense to play it smartly. Schmidt is there, and he is sure-footed. An intelligent center back, just kicks it out of bounds. It allows the rest of the Magicians to get back there. Halpern with a karate kick at it, knocks it loose. Quentin Fletcher went for a fancy heel pass. Nobody behind him to receive it. Shepard runs a long way. Man, Scarpacci is super physical, always leaving his feet. A lot of contact in midair. Here's Burke. The pass splits defenders, but nobody there for the Magicians. Jack Wexler Wanted a foul, might have had a case. Things open up here for Fletcher, but he's 1-on-3 with the defense, and they get back quickly, and they poke it away from behind. It'll be run down in the corner and kept in. That is a heck of a play. It was Andrew Vonner made that play for Masco. Looking to turn the corner. Fanton dribbling. White in front of him. Got off his foot, but I think White got a piece. That's why it deflected across the box. Here's Murtagh. Keeps it on the ground. That pops hard off Fletcher's foot. But a big time clear after that. It'll roll all the way to Russo. Burke and Francoisa battling. Francoisa takes him down. Magicians crowd doesn't like it, seeing one of their own on the turf. It'll be a free kick. Schmidt will set it up. Oh, Schmidt drills his teammate. That was not what he intended to do, and lucky for the Magicians, Masco can't start transition off of that. I mean, how do you hit him? Everywhere else he can kick it. It's probably the thought in Schmidt's head was don't hit him, don't hit him, don't hit him, and then drills him. Long throw in for White over McDonald and the defender to Ayamga. Picked up at midfield by Masco. It's caught up under the ball carrier's feet. And he has to play it back to the defense. Good attack by Miller, stepping in on the ball. Then his pass gets cut off. That's off Murtagh, and it'll roll out of bounds. Masco, good position for a throw-in. They get it in quick. It flipped forward and sailed over. Fiedler had it. Steps from the goal. It had to be right. And he put too much air under it. Burke wins the ball. Masco takes it back. Ayamga to Scarpacci. Kicked out by Laughlin. Sophomore defender for the Magicians. Laughlin had a strong game against Gloucester in our last broadcast. Didn't make himself as known in the Danvers game, but stood out against the Fishermen in a good way. Rule the Magicians throw in. only the second night game of the season, first at Piper Field for the boys. They played at Danvers to a 2-2 tie on a 6:30 start earlier in September. Their final 2 games are on the road at Winthrop and at Melrose, and both of those are later starts. 5:15 against Winthrop and 7:15 against Melrose. Those come on Thursday and Friday of this week. Oh, that goes off the crossbar. It looked like it was going behind the net, and Zampese thought so too. He turned around to look at it, and then it bounced off the crossbar over his head, and somehow they missed again from point-blank range. That was a wild play. That had some serious curve on it to stay in bounds from the corner like that. Oh, my goodness. That is a long crosser that works upfield. May have been deflected. Right at the corner post. A push against the Magicians. And Murtag. So it's not a corner, but it's going to look like one. They'll have their corner man go over there to do it. Francoisa. Taking a field goal style approach to this. Couple steps back, couple steps to his right. Zampese makes a diving effort. Scarpacci a bicycle kick while getting flipped up at the net. And again, they can't finish. The net was open. Laughlin making the play for the Magicians at the net, flipping up Fiedler. Fiedler and Scarpacci are going to have me confused all night. Got to remember Scarpacci's got the sleeves on. He challenges Laughlin there. Turned away by Schmidt, and the Magicians will set up their defense. Masco feels close right now. They have been putting pressure on the Magicians the last few minutes. A few near misses. Deflected out for another corner kick. Wexler will take it. Wexler spins it near post. It bounces up off the crossbar. That should be a handball. The ball goes in, or not even in the net. They missed again, but a handball blew it dead anyway. Went off of Masco's hand on that far post. And how the Magicians, they keep getting out of these. Wow. That ball had some crazy spin on it to the near post, deflected up, bounced off the crossbar. And again, Magicians with some magic on the goal line to keep it out. They take a timeout. They need a breather. That's now 3 or 4 really close chances for Masco here. 13:49 left in the half. I'd like to remind you, at the end of the game, we'll announce the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. That player gets to pick up a Player of the Game t-shirt in the athletic office here at the high school. I'd also like to remind you, MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So if you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please click subscribe on our YouTube page. And also consider making a donation to MHTV by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button there. Magicians need to find a way to string some passes together. Maybe work it to the corner for a crosser. Get some runners going. But right now, hopefully out of this timeout, they've caught their breath. And that they can at least slow the roll of Masco, who has the momentum after a few off the crossbar. Zampezi gets us restarted. Off the head of a Yamga and down and deflects off Scarpacci and out. Magicians will take it, I guess. It's going to be difficult to settle goal kicks in the middle of the field with the aggressiveness of Masco. Fletcher comes off, Drucker goes on. Drucker's a good spark off the bench. He assisted on the one goal scored by Mark Rosado in the game against Gloucester. Let's see what he can bring here in the final 13 plus off the bench. If he has those fresh legs and maybe can sneak behind the defense. Foul just beyond midfield against the Magicians. So a long kick coming here for Aiden Colleran. Off of a Yamga and a spinning ball that Zampezi is able to corral. Nice play by a Yamga, the senior from Masco. Athletic play at that. Good battle by Burke. He's really been physical here against Scarpacci. And Francoisa, number 21, standing in front of him now. Scarpacci, 9 behind him. It's a big game for Burke and the rest of the captains. That's left for a Yamga and stepped in on by Drucker. Able to kick it out of bounds. That gets over the head of one of the defenders. Probably would have been wiser not to attempt to leap up at that one. I don't think he had a chance. Max Dressel in there now too on the front line. He adds good speed. He's a pest against the defense. He's always around him. Dressel gets there first, then gets knocked down hard. Looked like Sheen gave him a little forearm shiver. Referee saw it. He had his palms up, tried to get away with it. No dice. Miller lets it fly. Solid strike of the ball. Got to about the 8. Headed first by Masco and cut off. Murtag, heck of a slide. Got all ball. Masco had speed. What a throw. My goodness. It's almost a 20-yard throw in, and it ends up trailing out of bounds off of Masco. Grisato and Boubacar Jallo come in. Schmidt cuts off that drive. Jallo gets a foot on it. And that's a heck of a play by Jallo. Somehow that goes off of Masco. You see the fresh players for Marblehead off the bench really having an effect right away. Miller stays with it, absorbs some contact. Nice play by McDonald, spinning around, turning back this side, looking for the open player, Grisado. But they've lost it now. Up to Scarpacci. It bounces off his foot to Schmidt, and Schmidt sends a souvenir. A line in over the fence. That's dangerous for a lot of little kids down there. Dressel running it down, the defender trying to box him out, and the ball had a lot of speed. Makes its way down to the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Russo. The Chieftains will bring on Evan Haggerty and Connor Busser. Haggerty is one of their 3 seniors. Not one of their 3 seniors, one of their 3 captains. He's one of their 12 seniors, though. And the roster does a broadcaster no favors being listed by year of grade, not by name or number or position. That's about the 4th option for me. Picked up by Russo. An emphatic pop-up and bring down some rain. That time the heel pass connects. Jallo triple teamed, gets it off his foot. Miller got a piece, kept it on the attacking side of the field for a minute. Now it's Zampese. He'll get it back up there. Busser lost his foot in for a second. Ball goes out of bounds. Magicians have a throw in. Good position here beyond midfield. See if they can find a foot here off the throw. White looking for McDonald. A header is just as good if they can possess it. They'll have a second try. No, they won't. Off of Marblehead. 6:45 left in the first half. Scoreless game between the Chieftains and the Magicians. Well done by Schmidt and Grisado, foot to foot. Now Grisado has a run at the ball. He's behind Sheehan, trying to work his way around him, but takes Sheehan down. And Sheehan remains down. A lot of first aid help over there for Sheehan. He is going to limp off. So 5 people went over there to see if he's all right, but nobody helps him off the field. He'll take a seat, and the Magicians training staff will go over and look at him. Look like left knee. Probably fell knee first into the turf. It can be quite unforgiving. Like carpeted cement, especially when it's cold. That's a poor free kick. Goes out of bounds. Good spot for Marblehead. Same as the last one. Volkov tried to get it underneath his foot and spin on it. It was a good pass from Grisado, but Tough play for Volkov. Jallo's pass blocked immediately. Near side, Francoisa. That'll stay in, at least for the moment. Scarpacci plays it towards the middle of the field. Good ball by Colleran, trying to lead his teammate into the corner, fails. And fails, forces a throw in, it goes off of Murtagh. Gavin Dupuis will check in for Masco. Jack Wexler heads to the bench. Long throw in, bottled up, bunch of few bodies, then kicked out towards midfield. It will break the timeline just for a second. And Zampese on a couple hops. With 3:45 left, Zampese puts it in the air. That is a long ball. Thigh trapped, and look at McDonald attacking the ball. Put some moves on him. Over to Drucker. Drucker gets tripped up, and there's the whistle. Here we go. Great chance here for the Magicians towards the end of the half to get out in front of the Chieftains, the third-ranked team in Division II. It's going to be a penalty kick. This is exactly what the Magicians need. You got to capitalize here. It's Drucker, ready to go. And he finishes. The goalie guessed wrong. Drucker buried it, corner pocket. 1-0 Magicians. We said he brings a spark off the bench. And that might light a fire under the Magicians going into the second half. They got to be perfect here for the next 2:39. Keep that lead into the break. Can't get caught up in the moment too much. Magicians fell victim to a PK against Gloucester on a questionable call. This time they're on the receiving end of one, and they cash in. I have that as Alon Drucker's first goal of the season. If that is, what a way to get it, and what a spot. The Magicians came in to the game ranked in the high 20s in Division II, up against one of the better teams in the state here. And it's a chance for Masco. Zampese has to smother it. Scarpacci was the one on the ball. He headed it down in front. Zampese, the awareness to dive on it while it was loose. That's what makes him an MVP caliber goalie. 2 minutes left in the half. The clock on the scoreboard stops there. Here's Fiedler with speed. Gets the return pass and puts it just wide. He and Fales knew the plan. Well executed, give and go. Zampese's got to keep those feet firing. Got to be able to move. Looked a little stuck on that play as watching it all develop. That bounds off the back of a couple of players. I don't think anybody headed that cleanly. back on net. Russo comes out to get it. Should say towards the net. And that whistle is the end of the first half. A late PK by Drucker is the difference, 1-0 Magicians. We'd like to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so if you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please click subscribe on our YouTube page right there, and also consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button. We'll be back with the second half after this. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. The second half between the Magicians and the Chieftains is underway, with the Magicians leading 1-0 on the Elon Drucker penalty kick. The Magicians, who lost to the Chieftains 1-0 at Masco earlier this season, looking to avenge that, looking to pull the upset over the number 3 team in Division 3. Throw-in coming for the Chieftains, and it is another bomb. Played there by Laughlin, and that starts transition with McDonald. Ayamga able to race back and cut off his momentum. McDonald's pass then blocked, and it ricochets to the sideline, where it is Marblehead ball. Thomas Downs from Masco doesn't like the call, but they take it right back, right at the logo. Ayamga plays it back. Downs. Someone's got to step up. Scarpacci looking middle. Cut off by Schmidt. Big play. Shepard heads that one. Falls at the feet of Francoisa. A lot of time for the center back. Tries to just flip it into the middle. A little offline. Headed by Murtag, and again McDonald working his way upfield. It stays in bounds. 3-on-1 for the Magicians, but picking himself up off the turf, getting back into the play was Andrew Vonner. And the Magicians are offsides. Long restart ball by Colleran, headed by the Magicians first. Throw into the Chieftains. Drucker in a physical battle on the sideline. We play through it. Thomas Downs, with his palms up in the air, seems to be stuck in that position. He may have an argument, but he is playing just as physical as the Magicians are. He's just losing every battle he's in. Chieftains set up a free kick. Francoisa ready for it. And that is wide of everything. White chasing it down to the end line. They both go down, and it's going to be a corner kick. First corner of the half, near post. Scarpacci had it first. And then Fanton wide of the net off his foot. Scarpacci hurt on the play. Doesn't look too serious, but he heads off. Gabe Fales comes in to replace him. Drucker steps in on it, wins the ball as the two 19s meet at midfield. But it plays off his foot all the way to Russo. That is like a 60-yard punt from Russo, maybe more. He has a huge foot. Masco to throw. They'll do it again. Whistle goes against Masco there. Ball went out of bounds. It's a goal kick. Halpern misread that one, stepped up on it. It was coming right for him. Schmidt off the side of his foot, misplayed it. Murtag at least able to get a foot on it, and it's deflected out of bounds. It'll hold things up for a moment. Schmidt may have been wise to let that one get through him. He's made the correct play a couple times. Not sure that was it. On that occasion, Zampese was coming out to get it. Burke with the speed, trying to chase it down. A couple steps in front of Russo. Karate kick from Burke, trying to get a piece. Burke gets tackled down, quickly back up. It'll be Marblehead ball. And they will send Miles Fontella Tuttle in. Miles, a big game earlier in the year. Scoring 2 goals. In the same game. But it escapes me which exactly one that was. I believe the 3-2 win over Saugus. I think that's when he had his 2. He started the game, coming off the bench here in the second. See if he can add a jolt to the offense. Miles under it there with the header. McDonald gets pushed down on his header attempt. It gets back to Fontella Tuttle, flips it forward. It's McDonald, and the defender cuts up underneath him. Another nice play by Vonner for Masco. Goal kick for Masco and Russo. Greg Siglarski heading onto the field. Clearing some guys away from behind the net. Not sure why, what they were doing that caused that, but referee wanted them out of there. Under 30 minutes left in the game. The Magicians hanging on to the 1-0 lead. Backspring brings that ball down in front of McDonald. Bounces around between a few Magicians. Sent forward, but offline. Nobody back there for the Magicians at that moment. Played into the corner. It's a race to it. Kept in bounds, headed by Schmidt. Murtag comes back on the playing surface. First to touch it. Drucker, the defender there. Forces a goal kick. Alon has been the spark off the bench that the Magicians needed. On both ends of the field. He's playing very hard. McDonald and Fiedler mixing it up, but the whistle goes against McDonald. Flip just to the top of the box. It's headed there, and it will make the end line. Off the Magicians. Wexler to take it. Plays blown dead. Murtag off him towards the sideline. Wexler runs up to keep it in play, pops up. And Burke gets crushed. Surprising that that's not a card. Francoisa did not play the ball at all. Burke, a good sport about it. He lets his play do most of the talking. Fontella Tuttle goes down, slow to get up. Burke chasing it down to the far sideline and forces it off of Masco. What a play by Burke. Put on the burners and knocked it off of Francoisa. Exactly what I said, lets his play do the talking. After those two of them get physical, he beats him down the sideline to a ball that Francoisa thought he had cleanly. Made him look foolish. 25 minutes to play. Fiedler can't get past the defense. Fontella Tuttle battling. They play through it. Miles looks across the field. Drucker has to go around the ref, and he can't get there. The Magicians unhappy that the referee may have been in the way there. But Drucker had two options: try to get underneath the ref and get to the ball, or go behind him, and he took the farther route by going behind him. Really can't blame the ref. Ball might have been out of reach either way. Schmidt got away with a hold there. Used Wexler as a bit of a pogo stick. Wexler, short pass to Downs. Downs and Drucker, arm fighting. It stays in, they play through it. The players need to stop complaining and just play. The whistles have been rare. They've been tough to get, so just play through all the physicality until the whistle comes. Both sides are doing it, and if one gets caught up in the moment and stops playing, the other may be able to take advantage. This is sent through the box, and Zampese will run it down. A no-look shot that had a chance. Just a bit offline. McDonald trying to break free, trying to find Hart. It'll get to Russo. He sends it out of bounds. Yamga starts it with a big pop-up. Masco able to control for a minute, and Shepard ends that, looking for Hart. Hart 1-on-2 with the defense. Couldn't get his foot on it. Well done by Colleran. And we're gonna have a yellow card pulled against Kyle Hart. Must have hit Colleran after he let it go. Hart to the bench, and the freshman David Magan comes on. Colin White kicks it out of bounds. Masco will have a throw in. Magan trying to get to the ball along the Masco defense. McDonald, a clean play on the ball, and not even a part of the play, though. Thomas Downs still has his palms up in the air. I told you, he seems to be stuck like that. Wants a whistle on every call, on every play, every bit of contact. Off the header, Shepard, flipped up by Halpern. Yamga showing off his skills. 3-4 headers on that one in a row. And a whistle goes against the Magicians. 20 minutes to play exactly. The Magicians still lead 1-0. Can the defense and Zampese hang on for 20 more minutes? Lands with David Megan. Pushed all the way to the defense, and they'll play it back to Russo. He gets it in the air. Back to midfield. Played there by Shepard. Pops it up. Looking for Megan. Megan takes a step back on sides. Takes a deflection. Luke Miller gets up underneath it. Goes out of bounds, and it's Marblehead ball. Miller and Downs, two number 10s, not going to be friends after this. Shepard spins one towards the net, picked up on a hop. Another dramatic-looking kick by the Masco keeper. Russo gets all the way downfield, and the Magicians' defense has to make a play with Scarpacci right on their backs. Teams will exchange throw-ins over there. Now it's Masco's turn. That looked like it got past the end line. Referee says it's still in bounds. They play it middle. Shot off the mark from Masco. Got there quickly. David Megan will come out. Dressel back on. Ayamga steps up, steals it away. Plays it middle. Still loose. Scarpacci just over the far corner. Halpern rises up, gets a piece of it. Murtag's header goes to Ayamga. Some contact, a couple more players down on the turf. No one's going to leave here without a turf burn tonight. Foul goes against Burke. Masco looking to tie. Someone's got to mark up on Scarpacci. Number 9 in the sleeves circling. He'll make his way back to the end of the line. Trying to find a spot to run through. Ball's in the air. Zampese has it drop at his feet, but picks it up safely. Throws it out to McDonald. Has Scarpacci on his back. Crowd trying to let him know. Huge crowd here tonight. A primetime matchup between the Magicians and the Chieftains. Schmidt gets tackled. Foul against Scarpacci. maybe card worthy, but the card stays in the referee's pocket for now. Only one given out tonight against the Magicians. Girls JV soccer team in the stands making a lot of noise, trying to cheer the boys on here tonight. The girls varsity team is at Masco. Masco came into the game undefeated in conference, 12-1-3 overall. Here's Scarpacci, gonna take another one. Nope, tries to pass it middle, and it deflects out of bounds off of Colin White. It'll be a corner. That was a good setup pass. There was a man for the Chieftains right behind White had he not been there. Zampese got his hands on it, punches it out. Miller's pass gets to Dressel. Dressel for the crosser to Burke off his chest. Burke can't beat the defender, but it's a corner kick. The massive spot for the Magicians. Could potentially put them away here. It'll be Burke to take the corner. The captain, the senior on senior night. Burke lifts it. Punched out by Russo. Ayamga next to it. It rolls up off the body of Colin White, and Masco has it. Strong lead pass up the sideline. Off the side of the net. Wexler just missed. And I don't think Elmer Magana too proud of the effort by the Magicians getting back on defense after the corner kick. And he calls a timeout to talk things over with the team. 1-0 Magicians with 12:27 left. Trying to hand Masco their second loss of the season and their second in a row. They were winless until Friday when they played St. John's Prep. Lost 1-0. Stick around after the game. We'll announce the Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game. While you're here watching on YouTube, if you're enjoying the production, please click subscribe, as we are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we also have a donate button on our website, marbleheadtv.org. Appreciate all donations. Magicians looking to snap a two-game winless streak, losing streak, whatever you want to call it. Just 2 wins in their last 6 games. 2-3-1 over that span. This would be their biggest win of the season. Masco's got 3 games left on their schedule. They've got the North Shore Special, Marblehead, then Swampscott this week. Then they're at Pentucket and Tewksbury. And we mentioned both the Magicians' next and final 2 games on the road at Winthrop and at Melrose this Thursday and Friday. Shepard plays the restart. Will be settled by Masco's defense. Played back to Russo. They flip the field with the goalie. Burke quickly on top of the ball. He has some serious speed. He gets pushed down, and again, they're going to play through it. No, they won't. Late whistle. But it's awarded a Marblehead throw-in. No foul called. Long throw from Masco. Looking to start transition. See if that stays in bounds for them. It does. Poked away by Shepard. Great play. There's a push. That'll go the Magician's way. That goes against Gabe Fanton. .11 minutes to play. Zampese will restart. Off McDonald and out of bounds. About a 30-yard throw. They popped free, and they're going to have a penalty kick. Almost the same exact spot the foul happened in the first half against Masco. And they're going to have a chance to tie, and this is going to fall on Zampese's shoulders here to make a massive save. Rory's going to have to guess right. He almost made the save on the PK in the Gloucester game, off his fingertips. Takes a drink of water, gets his mind right. As the Chieftains set up the PK, it is Captain Jack Wexler. This to tie. Zampese makes the save. It's live from here. And the crowd goes ballistic. Under 10 to play. The save of the year for Zampese. Rory out to secure that one, and he'll get another rise out of the crowd on his next touch. McDonald trailing the defense, so is Jallo. I don't think they saw Boubacar there. They get it to Russo safely. Long ball, Schmidt is there. He's going to tap it to Zampese. Intelligent play by the center back. I think Wexler kind of telegraphed where he was going to put that PK. The referee also gave him the sign that he was ready to go, and Wexler took a second and gave him a thumbs up back, asked again if he could go. And I think Zampese, that extra second, was able to read the body language of Wexler. Knew he was going low and right. It'll be a goal kick. Two new Magicians come on. They will probably close out the game. It's Halpern and Drucker. Right now, Drucker's goal still the difference. Scarpacci kicks it out of bounds. At the 25 with Masco. Fiedler has it bounce off him, wants a handball. Mertag puts it in the air. Here's Burke. Pass behind McDonald. Picked up by Downs. Scarpacci wants it back. They go back to Downs instead. Downs looking for the angle. Deflects off of Schmidt, and it will be a corner kick. It's Wexler. Plays it short. Bouncing ball. Halpern got a piece. The whistle goes against Downs. Surprised he didn't put his palms up. One of his teammates did it for him, though. But he pulled Drucker down. Actually, I think Drucker may be the more of the guilty party on that battle. But he convinced the official. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left. The time on the scoreboard will stop at 5 minutes. We'll try to keep track. McDonald over to Burke. Gets it to Shepard. Shepard sends one through past the defenders. Russo picks it up. Sky high pop-up. More like a fly ball as it goes 55, 60 yards. We are under 5 minutes to play. Magicians lead the Chieftains 1-0. Looking for their biggest win of the year. An upset over one of the best teams in this area, not to mention the state. Drucker gets tripped up again. Crowd wants a foul. Not going to get it this time. That one's going to go against Schmidt. The crowd doesn't like it. But I had Schmidt on that foul as well. He was bear hugging Jack Wexler and ended up taking him down. So the Magicians will build a 3 or 4 man wall in front of Francoisa. Zampese peeks around the wall. Has a chance for the top corner, but it goes over the crossbar. They have missed over both corners. That one closer than the first. It was Scarpacci who missed on the far corner earlier in this half. Burke and Francoisa battling as they have all night long. It bounces off of the Magicians. Chieftains have a throw-in. Zampese keeps it in play. Should have about 3 minutes left. Miller stays with it through contact. Stops on a Yamga. Got pushed down, they play through it. Russo out to try and make a play. Russo is still down. I'm not sure if he's embellishing the contact or not, but it looks like he's grabbing his right wrist. It's gonna be Masco ball. The whistle came against Alon Drucker. May have just been a goal kick, or may just be a goal kick, as the ball did end up out of bounds. Should be about 2 minutes left. Drucker, then Halpern. It pops free into some space where Burke can pick it up. One times it to McDonald, one times it right back to Burke. He can't break past the defense. Aiden Colleran making the play for Masco. Colleran does a bit of flexing to himself after shutting down that potential game winner from Burke had he been able to break through. About a minute and 15 seconds left. Cleared. It's going to be a long throw in. That ball goes out of bounds. The referee's going to stop the clock. Since the clock struck 5 minutes, we've played 3:54 on my timer. And what do we have going on here? That is some nonsense. Ball whipped back towards the Magicians bench by Andrew Vonner. Some frustration building up for Masco. That whistle goes against the Magicians. Only be about 30 seconds left, maybe a bit more. Last chance here for Masco, you'd think. Headed. Shepard runs it down. Ball still loose. Shepard got a foot on it. Long throw. Murtagh heads it out of bounds. There cannot be much time left, just a few seconds. McDonald pops it up. Burke on it. It's loose in front. Fiedler trying to find it. Shot is blocked. Second shot. They score! They tie the game with seconds left. If there even should have been any. You have got to be kidding me. And it's the coach's son. Ara Scarpacci, who beat Zampese with what I want to call time expired. That is wild. I can't believe they're still playing. The Magicians have it. Miller sends it up. Halpern is there, challenging. He's got to get to it. It's kept in. There's a shot. It's blocked. And Drucker took a rip. Colleran with the block. They continue to play. They are in the 6th, 7th minute now of after the clock has been stopped at 5. Wow, this is insane. Referee just said 20 seconds. There was 20 seconds. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, they blew that. Schmidt kicks that out of bounds. And here comes the final whistle before the throw-in. And there's no reason for Masco to be the ones upset with that. They got an absolute gift. Time should have expired. They played almost 7 minutes with 5 minutes on the clock. That is absolutely terrible by the officials. And as one broadcaster once said, nuts and bolts, we got screwed. That is going to get Coach Magana pretty fired up, I would say. He actually looks calm and collected right now. I am surprised by that, but my goodness. A heartbreaking way to end the game for the Magicians. It ends in a 1-1 tie. In just a moment, we will come back and announce the Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Tonight's Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game is Rory Zampese. We're giving it to Rory because of the incredible save on the PK that should have been the save that won the game, saved the game. But late, the Chieftains score on him, but that's not on him. With the poor timing by the officials, Rory played absolutely outstanding tonight. Made the save of the year. Congratulations, Rory, despite the way that this one ended. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner and bringing you the Player of the Game Award, and we'd like to thank National Grand Bank as well for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Once again, the final score from Piperfield, 1-1. The Masco Chieftains and the Magicians tie. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Jess Burton. Thanks for watching.